So what happens when I want to love my partner, I want to honor her, I want to be an equitable partner in my relationship, but I have some deep down inherited unconscious beliefs that continue to sabotage my ability to follow through on my agreements and be accountable to her? That's exactly the scenario we just looked at in the last video of Men in the Wild. This boyfriend kept promising to make changes. On the surface, it seemed like maybe even he wanted to make changes, but he couldn't help himself to just continue to let his girlfriend carry all of the emotional and physical labor of their relationship. Here's the bottom line. As men, we have been socialized and conditioned into beliefs about men and women, about gender roles, about who should do what and who shouldn't. And even if it's unconscious, even if explicitly I say, hey, I don't agree with that, I don't think that's how it should be, that stuff exists in there and we've got to deal with it if we're going to show up differently in our relationships. So here is one thing that you could do this week to begin to work on some of those deep-seated beliefs about gender roles and what a man should do and what a woman should do. So most of the men, I know, myself included, we spend a lot of time consuming content, reading books, podcasts, movies, TV. Here's the request. Would you be willing to just make sure that at least once per week, when you are consuming some cultural production, a book, movie, podcast, whatever, that once a week, some of what you consume is specifically content that values and lifts up the experiences of women in the world? It's wild. I know so many men who want to have improved relationships with women, but in their own limited thinking, for 1 minute, they would never pick up a feminist book. Like, my guy, what are you doing? You're saying you want to have an improved relationship with women. There is a whole entire, nearly unlimited library of content that we have access to that will help us to understand, empathize with the experiences of women in the world today. And I can promise you, when you avail yourself of that perspective and you make a regular practice of reading, learning, ingesting, digesting the experiences of women, it is going to slowly rewire some of these beliefs where we unconsciously feel entitled to more than our fair share as men. And so if just once a week you make a little bit of time to pick up a feminist book or a feminist podcast, I can promise you, you're going to be finding it easier to follow through on your agreements at home, and that your partner is going to begin to feel more respected by you. It's just osmosis. This is a simple, doable strategy that men should be doing every single week to improve our relationship. If you really want to turn up the dial, I have a regular book club where we as a group of men read feminist literature and we get real about what's going on in our life. Visit the link in my bio and sign up on the wait list today if you're interested in that. And if you really want to go deep, join the wait list for my Connected Man Project, which is a full program for men that really want to change their lives and relationships. If you have any great recommendations of feminist literature, podcasts, books, movies, where men can start to educate themselves, drop them in the comments. And as always, hit follow for more.